This week, from the internet. What's in the box? Hasbro takes the blind box concept to the extreme, and Marvel Legends collectors are none too pleased. Plus, who left all these Star Wars babies unattended in Target? And thank you for the roses. We're on TikTok Live ignoring your questions, but thankful for the diamonds. What's this? It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man whose ego is not the only thing inflated this week, Bill.
Hi, everybody. That's right. But my mustache is large and in charge.
You got sort of a Bob's Burgers look going on here.
Something. I feel very dad-like.
Do you have very dad-like? Do you have an apron that you can just toss on real quick?
I don't.
You even have like the button-down shirt. It's very it's very.
I just got off of work, so
no. Hey,
serious.
I'm not saying
Bill.
It's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. It is a choice.
Yes.
It was a choice. Perfect segue. It was a choice for Hasbro to raise the prices on their Marvel Legends. Basically, anything that Hasbro makes is going to cost you a lot more pretty soon, if not already.
Oh, yeah.
This week was a Hasbro Fan Fest event. We got some new Marvel Legends. A lot of cool stuff. But despite the cool stuff, the top story has to be how much damn money it's going to cost to get that stuff.
A lot of money. So the 2-packs at least. Well, let's start with the single packs. How much? So this is the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, correct?
Okay.
So this is what they're going for. This is the event they're going for. This, when these are released, these will be the 60th anniversary of the character of Spider-Man. So there's a lot of amazing stories, figures based off of it. I think one of the figures is based off of it. A lot new articulation in figures. I think they went with like a toe joint, which was a biggie.
Got the toe joint, sure.
Yeah.
Is it new? Because I feel like the old Legends had that. Did it just go away for a while?
What are the old Legends like? The Toy Biz Legends?
Like Toy Biz, yeah. And I always hated it. Because what do you do with it?
Toy Biz, I don't know. It's specifically meant for one pose, and it's like a tiptoe pose, and that's it.
Right. Where Spider-Man's on both his tiptoes, like his knees bent.
Yes.
He's like this.
Yeah. I think they had it. They had it demonstrated in their feed. But yeah, I mean, I don't think realistically your foot doesn't go that way.
Not unless you're a ballerina.
Maybe it does.
Or Spider-Man.
Not unless you're a ballerina.
I think maybe it's only Spider-Man getting this joint, because I'm looking at Toad and he doesn't have it, and he's a pretty agile character.
Oh God. Toad. Jeez.
Toad.
All right, well, let's start with what is the price? What is the base price of the single figure?
Let me go. I'm going to go on Entertainment Earth because they have all the pre-orders up. Okay. So the basic Spider-Man anniversary set, those figures, well, actually, there's different ones. So the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, $27.99. Stealth Suit Spider-Man, $27.99. Iron Spider, $33.99. Toad is $33.99 as well.
Right. Yeah.
Then the Moon Knight figures are $24.99.
Okay.
And then you get into the 2-packs, and the Homecoming pack is $55.99.
Yeah.
Which I can't do that math. What would half of $55.99 be? 25, 6, 7, 27.50, something like that.
Yes, exactly.
So about what the single figures cost. The Spider-Man and Spinnerette, I'm not familiar with this character. I think it's Mary Jane. Is $55.99. But the Venom and Null 2-pack, $77.99.
Now the Null figure's a little larger. He's a larger figure. He's not as large as the Surtur figure, but he's still quite large. And this Venom comes with the wings. But I don't think it's
$77.99.
Yes, no.
What are we doing here? So a lot of money. someone had a great image. Let me see. I sent it to you with the previous prices,
right?
Like through time. Stalling. Where I said it was more recent.
Well, that's fine.
Here it is. Okay,
well, I know originally
in 2007, Marvel Legends cost $9.99. Okay. In 2012 to 2014, $14.99. In 2014 to before today, to yesterday, $19.99. And that's when I was like, okay, now we're getting into some trouble.
Yes.
Because you go past 20, you're in import territory. Uh-oh, is your house falling apart?
I think my wife's creeping around somewhere.
Oh, God. Do we want to talk about your home situation and what's going on?
No, we'll do that later.
Okay, we'll save that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in the $22.99 category, and then they have ... $24.99, $27.99, $29.99, $31, $33. Where does it end? I mean, at this point, we're over $20.
Right.
Does it go to 30? Does it go to 40? Like, what is the threshold of pain for buying 6-inch plastic men that we probably already have? They're just better versions.
Right. At this point, I'm done.
You're
finished.
Done. You're done.
I'm finished.
You're wiping your hands of the whole
the
whole operation.
I am, yes.
Now, are you going to cherry pick, or are you just not going to buy anything?
I think I'm just completely done.
You're done. Okay.
Yeah.
Bill, former Marvel Legends collector. Did you collect the movie stuff or the comic stuff?
I tried to get into, so I bought a lot on clearance. I tried to get into the MCU stuff, tried to build the Avengers and everything like that. Occasionally something looks nice. A wave looks decent. Like I tried to make like a little Deadpool set with the variants of Deadpool when they did waves like that. I got into the retro Spider-Man line. I might keep going with that. Yeah. But as far as I would have to say, as far as anything else, if prices keep going like this with no end in sight, I'm done.
And then Hasbro just announced that watch out for another price hike increase middle of the year, because they're not going to send anything to Russia. So that's another $100 million they have to make up. So they're going to just dump that on us like you're the Florida governor getting rid of Disney, and you're just like, everyone else take some. Here's some pain for you. Here's some pain for you. Spread it around the little people.
Make it seem like an event. It's like, oh, here it is, the Hasbro price increase.
Yeah, right. It's not holathon, it's increase-a-thon.
Oh, there you go. But it's just wild too, because they unveiled this was a big push for the plastic-free packaging.
Oh my God.
Like a big reveal.
What a 1-2 punch of crap. Oh my God.
Yes. We're gonna lull you into a sense of calm and everything by showing these great looking action figures, and then we're just gonna pull the rug underneath you and be like, well, here's the box it comes in. Oh, and here's the price as well.
Here's the price, yeah. Okay. So when this was first announced, this wasn't a surprise. We knew this was coming. We all sort of hoped that they forgot about it. But here it is. Packaging has gone plastic free, which means there's no clear bubble. You can't see the figure. They don't even do the little cutout that they do with the Fortnite figures. It's just a closed off box. Who the hell knows what's in there? You can't check for paint apps. You can't check to see if somebody swapped the figure out. There's nothing you can do short of opening the box in the store or opening it when you get home, bringing it back. Gonna be annoying. At the very least, it's going to be annoying. Now, people are speculating that it could be a lot more than annoying, but at the very least, you have to agree that it's going to be annoying.
It will be. And I think a big portion of this too. So people like to see, even people who are gifting items, say like grandparents. Absolutely. They like to look at the item. They don't like to necessarily say, is this what I'm getting? I don't know. They're just buying it. They don't, but they want to see what they're actually getting, what the worth and the value is that they're putting money towards. Sure. And now with these new packages, you get, a stylized image of the action figure on the
not
front.
Even an actual photo, just a 3D render.
Really? Oh, no kidding. Okay, that's even worse.
That's what it looked like.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they didn't have time. They didn't have time to finish the product, take a photograph, and then Photoshop that onto the box. Like, artwork is done before the actual figure is done. So it's just the 3D render, which looks nice, but it's not a picture of the actual toy. And we know that things change from the 3D render to the physical toy. We see that time and time again. So the box, you really gotta make that picture does not necessarily describe contents or whatever the little warning is. Like, you got to make that real big, because that's going to be the case a lot more often than not now.
And this is just the beginning with the Marvel Legends. It's going to be hitting the Black Series. It's going to be hitting the Vintage Collection even. Mm-hmm. There's speculation and thought as to what that's going to start looking like. And at that point, it's like, what are you buying? You wonder.
What are you
buying?
You
can walk in.
It's like a puzzle.
You can walk
it's
in.
Like you're buying a puzzle box.
Everything's a blind bag. Everything's a blind bag.
It's a blind,
right. Everything's a blind package. Yes, we do. Sure.
Yeah. That's how they should expect them. This.
You don't know who you're going to get. I keep buying these.
So, okay. So we initially thought, or this was how it was presented to us, that this was like good for the environment. We're not using plastic. Plastic is bad for the environment. It doesn't biodegrade. We're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts. I don't think anybody bought that. This is a money-saving situation. So they're saving money on top of charging us more money. So my wife just said on TikTok Live, my glasses make my eyes look so large. This is the first time that you've watched us. I know, but it's on my phone. Woo! I can't see. It's gone. Oh, all right. Someone just became a top 1 viewer. Oh my God, we got roses. We got roses. What does that mean? Someone gave us roses on TikTok Live.
I love roses. Yes. Thank you for the roses. That's when you say thank you for the roses. You have to say thank you for the roses.
Thank you for the roses. Does that become money that we can then turn use to buy Marvel Legends?
Potentially.
We're gonna need a lot of roses. How many roses to get a Spider-Man? What's the conversion of Stanley Nichols to Shrootbucks? That's what I need to know. Oh, they gave us a little hand holding something. This is exciting. This is distracting and exciting.
Maybe they'll put a hat on your head at some point.
Oh, yeah, give me the glasses or the hat. Do I have enough space here? Okay, back. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So the very first time that you buy something, you bring it home, you open it up, and someone put an ice cream sandwich in the place of Spider-Man. Is that going to be the last toy you buy? Is that going to be it? Like, I can't deal with this. Because then you got to bring it back and say to the Target employee, I bought this Spider-Man, but I opened it up and there was an ice cream sandwich inside. And they're going to be like, no, you're just trying to trick us and return this ice cream sandwich. And I'm like, no, sir, I don't do that. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of the good ones. And they're like, no, you're banned. I can't. It's too much stress.
It's just it's a very funny. I know Hasbro's huge. So Hasbro versus, a Super 7 or a NECA is a worldwide multi-billion-dollar company. But then you go down the LOL doll aisle. And so my daughter's big into LOLs, even though I very much can't stand them. I'd rather see her play with Barbie, but she likes the LOLs. She doesn't play with them. She just likes the idea of the mystery behind them.
Sure.
Opening it up and then being like, oh, it's a surprise. Then they don't do anything. But there is so much plastic waste to those. Oh, yeah. Even like the Zuru mini brands.
Yep.
So, and again, a lot of it's recyclable, which is great.
Well, that was my first thought when I opened it up. And there is something that said this was made from recycled plastic. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the actual ecological, response to any of this.
What percentage of?
I just don't know any of the science. I don't want to get into get into it where this is bad, this is good, whatever. Like McDonald's hamburgers used to come in 7,000 different layers and styrofoam and stuff. And somebody said that's bad, so they stopped doing it. Fine.
Right.
Hasbro is trying to spin
straws
this
used to be made out of plastic. Yes.
Straws used to be usable and made out of plastic. Now they're paper and they don't do anything. There's nothing. They don't even give you them at Disney. Or the last time I went, they don't even give you straws for your soda. You have to tip it back like a maniac.
Oh
I
my
hope you don't
God.
have a beard. You're gonna get it all in your beard. You don't have to worry about that. You have a mustache.
No.
So this sucks. People are
It
bad.
does.
I haven't seen one person say, this is better. I like this better. This is going to make me buy more toys. No, it's terrible.
Right.
If you are a
it's
mint in box collector, which is basically what I've become for most of the lines that I collect, I keep a lot of them in the box. If you can see behind me, probably not. I just have stacks of stuff because I don't have the space to put it anywhere, but I don't want to open it for a lot of reasons, but I don't want to open it. I want to keep it in the box. There's very little motivation for me to buy these new figures as a mint in box collector because I'm displaying a puzzle box. I don't know what's in there. I can shake it a little. Maybe it rattles. Maybe I can put it on a scale. They're going to have to start releasing the weight of all these packages so that we can make sure that we have the correct weight down to the gram to know that this is the correct item in there.
They need to incorporate that into the self-scan systems at major retailers. When you do purchase it, similar to bananas, similar to apples. Let's weigh this. Okay, this makes sense. All right. Do I need to take a tear out on this and take the tear out on the box?
And if it's wrong, an associate comes and takes it away from you like it's street dated. And I'm like, sorry, we need to do forensic on this. Make sure it hasn't been tampered with. I understand.
Oh my God.
I understand, sir.
They're going to install x-ray machines. It's going to be kind of like going through security.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Just put it through. I got to make sure my action, got to make sure my Spider-Man is in there. Oh, there he is. All right.
And then you x-ray the Hulk and the gamma radiation reacts with the x-ray. Oh my God, and it's a disaster. Right? Yeah.
And then the toys come to life and we've got what's it called?
Small soldiers.
Small soldiers. There you go.
You know, there was a time in the early 2000s where they were experimenting with like talking toys and toys that interact with each other. Small soldiers, but then there was like WCW figures. They're tough talkers and they would talk. Right. I felt like we were on a trajectory to get to small soldiers, to have these toys that were lifelike and, you know, had AI and stuff. I feel like we're further away than ever from that. It's like we can't even figure out how to ship these in boxes that you can see the toys in. We're definitely not going to be able to put chips in them that allow them to interact with you. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Over and done.
Done. Over. So that's disappointing.
Yes. It is. And it's just going to be hitting every brand that they carry. So.
Right. And then how long before Mattel does it? I think Mattel's already doing it, especially with the Pixar stuff. Like that's open box. I think that's not great either. I don't like that either, but at least you can see the toy.
Right. You get those rubber bands.
Somebody on Instagram sent us a very nice message today and said that they enjoy our show and they enjoy how positive we are. So let's try to put a positive spin on this. How could we put a positive spin on something that we really, really don't care for at all? It's more money to spend on other things because we're not.
That's
it's
true.
Good for the environment.
There we go. No. Yeah. We can start shifting our focus over to other items. I, for one, have started collecting Waterworld figures.
Oh, yes. Okay. First of all, shout out to Eric Smith. He's the one that left us a nice comment on Instagram. Yes. So rather than collecting new stuff, we can refocus on older stuff from the 80s and 90s. Yeah. That had plastic packaging. Oh, okay. I like this. This is good. Okay. We're going to put a whole new spin on collecting. Top story next week. Real Monsters. Did you see these? The new collectibles from Nickelodeon.
Is this a real thing or is this?
No, I'm just saying, like, we're going to talk about old lines. Army ants, top story. Their butts are chewy. I would actually love to have a mint on box, mint on card Army ants collection because they came in that fun, like, formed, the plastic formed around the figure.
Right. Yes.
I remember, did I see these at Spags?
You probably did.
I remember like some like almost like a drugstore had army ants.
I think everybody had army ants at one point.
They were just everywhere. Sell them. Like actual army ants. Do you remember the company that made those?
God, wasn't it just Hasbro?
Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'm trying to pull up a picture of them here. Oh, they're not really. Oh, no, they are. Okay, yeah. Why did companies move away from that formed plastic, like a bubble? Like, why now do they have, like, it comes out a little bit? It's not, like, perfectly formed around the figure.
I'm wondering if it costs more to actually do that, like to machine it. Could you imagine in the manufacturing process, they had to place every one of those ants down in that specific spot just to form them around?
Yeah, but just once. You just make the bubble once.
Fair enough.
Somebody was selling the thing they made the bubble out of for a wrestling figure, and it was made out of wood. So it's like you put the wood down, you carve it, I guess, and then you form the bubble over that.
All right, this is the gentleman that's making what is it, Pally Toys, who's making the vintage style Star Wars play sets. He's using like it's almost like vacuum form.
Yes, exactly.
The base. He has to carve that out of wood.
I wonder why they moved away from that. I always liked that. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. Army ants, vacuum form, all that good stuff.
Real monsters.
Real monsters. Those were good. Only one line.
We're going to talk about Toy Biz Marvel.
Hey, let's revisit Toy Biz. Those were the
Where's some Toy Biz Marvel? There's some Toy Biz Marvel for you.
There we go.
Look at him.
That is a quality figure.
Nice yellow card there.
Like it.
Funny story about this figure. So I had this figure as a kid. So real quick. Mm-hmm. So I had this figure as a kid, and the silver paint scuffed on him. So I grabbed a silver marker and then just got very aggressive and just redid the whole figure. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but my mother was like, "Why would you do that? Why would you do that to that figure?" And I was like, "I was just trying to replace it and repair the scuff mark."
Yeah. So you weren't ruining it; you were making it better.
So that's my replacement Toy Biz Marvel Silver Surfer.
So I was gonna say let's put a bow on this discussion about price increases, but let's actually continue this theme because Super 7, they are doing their line of Ultimate figures. They announced that they are re-releasing, not releasing because they've made these before. Ren and Stimpy are going to be under the Ultimates umbrella now. These figures were released years ago before the Ultimates line existed. And back when they first came out 4 or 5 years ago, they were $30 figures. Now, because everything else costs this much, these figures cost $55 each.
Same amount of accessories? Same
everything. Yeah.
Same all the way top to bottom? Okay.
Yep.
Can we blame the Russians for that too?
I mean, we can if it makes us feel better, but
Super 7 no longer selling to the Russians?
That's
just wild.
I was sort of surprised that Hasbro sends toys over there. I know I can't picture it. Like, is there, when they do the Tri logo cards, do they have Russian on there along with the other languages?
They have every other language under the sun there. But yeah, no, I don't know. Super 7's very, I'm always going to be mystified by Super 7. First on their pricing, but just on their distribution strategy and their manufacturing strategy and how it works.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say it's working for them because they exist. They haven't gone out of business, but I don't know. Nobody knows their financial situation. They keep buying licenses. So I guess they're healthy.
Right. Well, NECA put out Toka and Razar again. Those had an increase to them as well, did they not?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
same applies. It's kind of like you bought it early enough. If you bought it early enough and you had it, hey, I saved some money. If not, here's your opportunity to buy it once again and not on the secondary market for an inflated price. We're just going to sell it to you for slightly less than that inflated price now, but at least in the purchaser's mind, you're going to be getting some sort of a deal. So instead of paying $65 for it, you're paying $55.
Well, somebody has the two of them, the original Super 7 Ren and Stimpy, on eBay for $400. So
wow.
I don't know.
See?
It has not sold yet. So you're getting a steal. You're only paying $100 for the two.
Right.
Oh, here they are. This is the Ultimates. I don't think this is okay. So this person has the two of them sold. The title says Ultimates, but I don't think it was, because Ultimates didn't exist yet. Yeah. So they're just before they created the branding of Ultimates. They had these Ren and Stimpy figures, like the deluxe figures. I don't know why anybody is buying anything from Ren and Stimpy that isn't the Palisades toys. The Palisades toys were the best.
Yeah.
So maybe because they're super expensive, but they're not even that bad. You can get Stimpy for $38. That's less than Super 7 would cost you. That's not bad. Come on. You can get the Shaven Yak for $44 right now. Mr. Horse is $40. He comes with an interchangeable suit and rubber underwear.
Powdered Toast Man?
They never got around to him. Oh. They only did the one set, and then the golden fire hydrants hats, like San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never... that line had so much potential. But what a weird-ass show.
That company had a lot of potential.
I know.
But yeah, again, what a weird-ass show. I was into that show, and I don't know why. I think it was just gross out humor, and that's what we were into.
I didn't even like it, but it was such a phenomenon that you had to know about it, or you would be left out of conversations.
It was like the tier. It was like kids got Ren and Stimpy, teenagers got Beavis and Butthead, and then
right.
Adults and like 18-year-olds got like the Static Vision Playboy Network. That's how. Oh my god, that was the tier.
The Spice Channel.
Yes, the Spice Channel. Yeah. That was the tiered system in terms of inappropriateness. Or they got USA Up All Night. I don't know. One USA of the other.
Up All Night. R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried.
R.I.P.
That was sad. R.I.P.
Was.
We obviously were big fans of USA Up All Night. We've talked about that in the past.
Yes.
Last week you mentioned that you picked up some of these new Jurassic Park figures. Do you had the chance to interact with them? You want to give us a review of the Raptor?
So I don't have the Raptor in front of me, unfortunately. I'd have to get up and grab it and search for it.
Just create a visual picture with your words.
With my words? Oh, I don't even have one of the.
I'll flash it on the screen.
That's fine. So this figure is essentially,
you can't see it.
This figure is essentially a scaled down version of the Amber Collection Raptor. One of the later line colorations, probably closer to the movie itself, that darker grayish skinned. Articulation is pretty much 100% the same as it was with the Amber Collection figure.
Really?
Yeah, the tail is still bendable. Oh. It can pop off and on, which is cool. I gave it to my son. He got I brought it home, and he found it in a bag. He's like, "Oh, is this mine?" It's like, "Yep." So he's one of those kids that's like, "Oh, if I find it, it's mine now."
Sure.
Is this mine? It's like, "Yep, there you go, buddy. You have it." And he's like, "I'm gonna go feed it grass." And it's like, "Yeah, go ruin the toy that I just bought. Go for it, man."
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it's a decent looking. You have it next to your Amber Collection Raptor. It looks like a baby version of it.
There you go.
You can have the two, make yourself, a nice little family of Raptors going around, going to the park, going to Universal together, riding the themed coaster.
What?
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you think Raptors would do as a
exactly. Go to the grocery store.
Sure.
But yeah, no, it's a decent
cart you got.
I do, wherever that is. It's somewhere. Everything disappears. But for $12.99, it's not bad.
Oh, you only got one Raptor for $12.99?
You only get one Raptor for $12.99.
Does it come in a little box? Like I saw the Ian Malcolm, and it comes.
It does come in a little box.
It's a very strange packaging because the figure is very small. The packaging is not much taller than the figure, but it's a square.
No, it is a square.
It's very unique.
It's enclosed. It's got a plastic bubble to the face. Ian Malcolm's an interesting one because he comes with his jacket, but the jacket's also removable, and I think he comes with a second pair of arms.
He does, yep.
Which, that's pretty good for $12.99 right there.
But it's the same figure that they released before, except it comes with the arms. It even comes with the same flare that's made out of
but it comes with it comes with the coat.
Red.
It comes with the coat and everything else. So again, it's the same figure they've already created, but again, that figure came out and people might not have it. So now here's your opportunity.
No, I get it. Again. I just don't like it. I don't like these smaller figures. Yeah. Speaking of that figure, on the render on the box, because no boxes feature actual product photography. It's all 3D renders now. They gave him a mustache. He didn't have a mustache in the movie, did he?
He did not, no.
Okay. I was like...
Really?
No, not even really like stubble. But I don't think the figure has it, but the 3D render on the box has like a very like pencil thin mustache. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
This I have to see.
Yeah, see if you can find that. I saw him today when I was at Target. I also saw the new Lightyear figures.
Ah, yes.
Which actually look really fun. It's a kids movie. These are toys for kids. Yeah. But they look fun. They have a couple of the robots. They have Zurg and his robot minion. So like right off the bat, you can have a nice battle between the two.
Right. They've got a mini set of vehicles. They look decent.
Yep.
Yeah, overall, it's a very good looking line. And they refreshed the Pixar's Greatest line as well, or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, that like as big a Pixar fan as I have been, I have zero interest in any of those.
Okay.
It's just I don't want toys from those movies. Like from Bug's Life, no, I don't care.
Right.
I think it's just Monsters Inc. I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's just nice to get some representation out of there. That some stuff that hasn't had a lot of representation in the first place. You have Remy.
Representation matters.
It does, but you have with the Ratatouille characters in one set. You mentioned Bug's Life.
I didn't.
They do.
Here, I'm finding. Let me see if I can copy this image and send it to you. Did you find the image of him with a mustache?
I did. Yeah, I saw his little mustache.
Okay.
That's great.
What's going on there?
I don't know.
That's not right. That's not okay.
There's many stills in that movie where you can just clearly see his face takes up the whole screen, and he clearly doesn't have a mustache.
In even the picture they used, there's like maybe a shadow, like he's getting 5 o'clock shadow because it's been like at least a day since he could shave. But not a mustache. That's just what are you doing? Like that must have been a joke. All right, so that's fun. This Jurassic Park line's not really doing anything for me. They did have the end cap with the big T-Rex. I went to a store today that did have that. I sent you that picture that someone else found. Very eye-catching. Lots of product. That's gonna be a big movie. Final Jurassic World. Who knows what they'll do after that? Right. But this is the end. This is the third in a trilogy. The end of that.
They're ending that, and they're ending Camp Cretaceous as well.
Oh, is that ending?
It is in July, so I think a month after Jurassic World comes out.
How many episodes did they do? I feel like there's 100 already on Netflix.
I think. Well, so they've done 4 seasons. I think they do 12 episodes.
Okay.
I don't think I was the biggest fan of the last season at all.
Yeah, that was weird. There weren't a lot of dinosaurs. There were robots. Became Westworld.
Robots, yes. It did. Yeah. So
Season 5 premieres July 21st on Netflix. Final season. Does it say how many episodes they have? 37 episodes. So I was close.
Dang.
I should have taken the under. But yeah. Much better show than I thought. Save for most recent season, but like it was much scarier, like more intense than a children's show has any right to be. Honestly, like my 5-year-old watched it and he eventually loved it, but it was when he first started watching it, he was like, "What the hell is this? This is not this is not Thomas the Train or Aquanauts or whatever, Octonauts."
Oh yeah, my daughter still likes Octonauts.
What's not to like?
I don't know. I've never really watched much of it.
Catchy ass songs in that show, especially in the movie.
So it's funny. My wife, I'll pay attention to a lot of kids' TV just because I find it very interesting. My wife does not, and then she'll watch it and she'll be like, "Wait, what just happened?" And I'm like, "Stay off your phone and watch the show with your kid."
You got to supervise. You never know what's going to pop up. My wife and I took our son to see Sonic 2 in the theater as his first theater experience, and he loved it. He came home, he's very excited for Sonic, so he's been watching Sonic on YouTube, like Sonic X, I guess is the cartoon. But one of the suggested videos was this fan made Sonic project, and they gave Sonic abs and they gave Amy like a large bust, and it was very inappropriate. I don't know why. It's like this person clearly has a talent. They've chosen to use it in such a way that's going to make people uncomfortable. I'm not sure that was the best use of your artistic abilities.
Oh boy.
But yeah, you gotta monitor your kids. You would think YouTube would have figured this stuff out with all the pregnant Elsa and such, but nope.
Right.
There's no substitute for a pair of parental eyes on your kids' viewing habits.
So we had a lot. We can segue into that right now in terms of how much my daughter has had to watch in the last 2 weeks. Because I'm living in a COVID house.
Hey, look at that! And you're not even in Florida,
and me. I'm not even in Florida. No, yeah. I'm in.
You guys are supposed to be smarter up there.
I don't know if we are.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's been great.
But you are not
certainly interesting.
You are not COVID positive.
I am not. I've been the most negative person throughout this whole thing.
We are positive show, but you are a negative COVID.
Yes.
Or
yes, indeed.
But yeah, you do not have the COVID. But your wife has it. Your son has it. Your daughter has it.
Yep. So my wife brought it back from work.
They're all doing okay.
They're all doing great. So the worst one was my wife.
Yep.
The kids. So my daughter. This is the best part. So my wife had an exposure at work. Brought it home. Had a sleepover with my daughter, like a sleepover night. Tested positive the next day, and then my daughter, it was Easter morning. We knew that my wife was positive, and I was like, "Well, you're gonna just stay upstairs, and we'll take care of you. I'll handle the kids, and we'll just worry about this." My daughter, laying on the couch, all of a sudden spikes 102, 103 degree temp, and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." So she takes her Motrin, temp goes away, never comes back.
Wow,
she has been fine, no symptoms, nothing. So then it was just me and my son. We had midweek. We have to test her tomorrow so she can go back to school.
Yeah.
My son tested positive midweek, and he and I were so close together. I'm amazed. I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, they need to test you to see how you've remained healthy throughout this. You have some sort of immune system that we need to replicate.
I'm like I was about to say I'm like the Omega Man, whatever Charlton Heston in the Omega Man.
Yeah. Let's put you under.
I would have said
under a.
I've got the blood. I got the magic blood.
You got the magic blood. Well, keep it going.
Yeah, so it's been interesting. Definitely doing things a lot differently in the house. Definitely thankful that whatever symptoms the kids could have had did not happen.
Yeah.
And that they've just been able to kind of act normal and do normal stuff outside and just be a little bit more cautious about it. But yeah,
your daughter just turned. Yeah, you still have to go to work. It's not like back in the day where if you were exposed to COVID, you had to stay out.
Oh, you're off for 14 days. Nope. It was literally like, do you have symptoms? I'm like, no, I don't have symptoms. Oh, come on in.
You're fine. Yeah.
You're fine.
Your daughter just turned 5. Did she get the first vaccine boost or the first vaccine shot?
She got the shot, yes.
Yeah. And it's just the one, or is it the 2 for the kids?
It's 2. So she got the 1, then she got COVID, and now.
Ah, okay. So she had the 1. Well, it seems like it did something, or maybe it's been so long that the strain of COVID isn't that bad.
That's what I can imagine. I don't know. Yeah. It's odd. We were all waiting to see, because obviously there was a lot of talk about, my daughter had at least 1 shot in her. My son didn't have anything. So we're like, well, what kind of, and he was born at the beginning of all of this.
Yeah, and right before it all
hasn't gotten
really
sick,
started.
Barely has any immune system to anything.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because he doesn't go to daycare.
So we're like, oh boy, what's going to happen to this guy? So he had 100-degree temperature, and then that was it.
Yeah, that's not even, I mean, for a baby, I guess that is a fever, but.
Yeah, but it was nothing crazy.
No. Right, yeah. Well, you're like, I mean, that's great. That's really good.
Yeah.
Watch now, you'll get it. It'll be the worst of all of them.
Oh my God. Don't even tell me that.
At least you won't have to go to work.
Oh, true. So yeah.
I'm gonna...
My own personal story, don't take my information as gospel and being like, it's not all that bad. Right. It's not all that bad. Not at all,
Yeah, but like, we're not telling people to wear masks anymore because I'm not wearing a mask. So it's like, sure. It's not so, don't take our word. We're not recommending you do anything. It's like, I don't even care if you social distance, do whatever you want. Wash your hands. I don't want any disease from you. Everybody gross.
They are.
All right. So this week I got a couple things in the mail. I'm not going to say I'm the most excited about this one, but I want to show this off. These are let me get some, it's too light for it, but this is the 12-inch Ghostbusters. We call these the shampoo bottles. These are the value figures for the kids. Never saw these in stores. Somebody posted on our TikTok that they saw them a store that we don't have. I don't want to say one of the Canadian stores, but a store that we don't have in Florida or Massachusetts, because I've never heard of it. So some stores got these. Obviously, I got this from Entertainment Earth, so obviously they were shipped. If you look on eBay, they're being sold in the UK and in Taiwan, I think was the other place. So they exist. Mm-hmm. The question is, will they be shipped in mass to Ollie's and Ross? And someone wants to go live with us.
The calendar store is going to get them.
The calendar store, Go Calendar. Yeah, but are these going to be super rare in the future, or are they going to just get dumped somewhere? So I'm happy to have them because I don't know that I'll ever see them again. I'm not going to open them for a lot of reasons. Number one being that their proton pack is a sticker, which is terrible. Let's see if you can see.
Are they better than the likenesses are better than the Maddie collector?
I would say yes. I would say
scaled
that
figures.
If you paint this head up, that it would look very nice.
Yeah,
on my face so you can see
much better than that. Are you going to go live with that other user?
No. Oh, do you see that he was requesting? There it is.
I didn't see that. Figure.
No. I don't know who Roblox was. That wouldn't work too well because we're doing this show and I wouldn't be able to hear what he's saying. But maybe at a different time. Thank you for asking. So that made me think there are some other Ghostbuster figures out there from this most recent run, like the glow in the dark figures that I have so far passed on. But now I'm starting to think maybe I should get these. Maybe I should just have them because who knows if they're going to be like the Ecto Glow figures where like stuff at the end of the line ends up being worth so much.
Oh, don't tell me that because I'll just go buy them right now.
That's what I'm thinking. While I can still get them for retail from Entertainment Earth.
Yeah.
All of them are in stock except Peter. I'm really thinking about it just to have because they're not going to, I don't think they're going to lose value if I ever wanted to flip them.
Are they up on Pulse?
That is a good question.
Because you have free shipping on Pulse.
I do, but then I have to pay real money instead of using affiliate credit.
Oh, very true.
But I don't even know what they're called other than glow in the dark. Oh, there they are. Let's see. Everything is out of stock or delayed on Hasbro Pulse. A lot of us got an email for our Wolverine VHS figure that he's been delayed till the summer. Right. I don't know when he was supposed to be in stock. It says add to cart for Venkman.
Oh, you can add to cart for all of them.
$26.99. They're a little cheaper on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know. Maybe I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice and buy them.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Each one comes with. Yeah.
I mean, the packaging is very nice, so it's not like I'm going to open them. I'm really thinking.
Right, and you'll see the glow from them because they're the old style packaging. So
that's right. Yeah.
There is no need to open them.
So, $100, a little over $100 to get them, pack them away.
Yep.
It might be worth it. I just added them all to my cart. I'm gonna sit on it for a second.
Yeah, you wait.
I'm just gonna think. But yeah, I think that might be the way to go. When these first got announced, I was like, what? Like, you're charging more and it's the same sculpt. But now I'm kind of like, oh, it's cheaper than a Marvel Legend figure. They all come with Proton streams.
They do.
That's nice. So what are your thoughts on that? You're going to pick those up, or you're not as interested?
I'll sit on them. You bring up some very good points.
Some valid points.
Obviously.
I got something else in the mail today.
Okay.
That I pre-ordered about a year ago. Hasbro and Target, everyone's been delayed, especially Hasbro and Target. But I finally got Power Rangers, Ninja Ranger, they call it, Ninjetti. This is, if you remember from the movie, but this is from the TV show. Now, the problem that everybody's having with their Tommy figure is that the face, the most human face, because there's 3 heads, you might see that he's got a little smudgy on the nose, and his eyebrow has a little white. Wow. Almost every figure I've seen of this figure has paint problems with the face. What happened? I've never seen it like this. It's an epidemic.
It is. So, I mean, at least you know that probably a couple months from now they'll address it, and then they will just send you a new head portrait in the mail.
Oh, do you think
because
so?
that seems to be the trend with the Power Ranger figures.
Their MO, yeah. But it's not like it's wrong. It's just dirty. It's sloppy.
So do you have one to open to try to remove the brown smudges? No.
I want to keep them. I only ordered one because there's friggin' 6 of them. I don't want to have to buy 12 figures to get 2 of each. So I think what I'm going to do is wait for them to hit stores. If I can find a perfect one, buy that one and then return this one, because I want to keep it. I want to keep it in the box. If I was going to open it, I probably would open it and see if I can do like magic eraser or something to get it off.
Yeah.
But I don't need, like, why not have a perfect one if I can get it? Like, someone else will buy this. I mean, like, a lot of people are going to open them. It's fine to open. You can probably fix it. But it's just so weird that this one figure, everyone had a unique problem. It's like this one guy on the conveyor belt line painting. He's just like drunk that day. He's like, whatever. Brown. Splash. Artistic.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's a little unfortunate.
It is.
I was sort of I opened it and I was like, come on. And I was like, I'm not special.
Had you seen other samples of it prior to you getting yours?
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when these were only being released overseas, and so many of them were missing pieces. Like they were missing one of the 3 heads. So I guess I'm happy to at least have all of the parts. But I would like to have, and this is a perfect example of why the closed packaging is not going to work, because how do you buy something, especially on eBay, not knowing what the contents are? Because you buy it from eBay, then you open it up, then you say, what? And then you try to like return it to the seller, and the seller is like, it's not my fault. The buyer is like, it's not my fault. And then Hasbro's like, not my fault. It's just a mess. It's going to be a mess.
Could you imagine, and this is an extreme, but you're a mint in box collector with these sealed packages, and your whole idea at the end of your life is to pass them on to like your child.
Yeah.
This is gonna, and then your son or daughter or whomever is like, thank you, and then they open them because they're like, oh, and they open them, and then you know what happens? It's filled with a box of Twinkies.
Oh my God. I know. And
this is like, what?
As unrealistic as that may be, if somebody does it and gets away with it, they're going to keep doing it. They already do it. We see the pictures of things being returned. Now it's easier than ever because you don't have to worry about the Target employee or the Walmart employee being like, this doesn't look right. They're not going to see anything.
Tell. Yeah.
They're going to shake it and be like, oh, there's something there. I'm going to buy them.
I'm going to put a rock in it, but I'm going to paint the rock with the character on it. And then that's going to be it.
People aren't even going to like put anything good in there. At least like they put like an old version of the same character. Now they're just going to put a note in this there that says F you. Here's your Earth. F you.
Shouldn't have gone with closed packaging.
Learn your lesson. I do wonder if there's enough outcry or like enough money lost from what's the term in retail where like you lose money because of something's destroyed.
What, like shrink?
Shrink, yeah. If there's enough of that, the Walmart's like, wait a minute. I wonder if they'll be like, no, fix this. And Hasbro's like, okay, we'll fix it.
Oh, but sure.
Then they'll charge another $5 per figure.
Right.
Maybe that's the thing. Are you willing to pay another $5 to get plastic back in your figures? Maybe not $5.
I don't know.
$1. I would pay another $1 to have plastic in my figures.
You're going to lose. I mean, we're going back to this. You're going to, at what point does this not become a kid's line? Because these are still toys geared towards children. But what adult or parent is going to want to spend $30+ on one toy? If you walk in to a store, you need to get something for your kid, and the kid has no earthly idea, you know, in terms of what monetary value. Are you going to get him the cheap dollar thing, or are you going to go, oh, you know what? Here you go. You've been great. Here's a $30 toy that I can't sell and see what's in there. It's just absurd.
It is. And I don't know what the solution is, because they make value toys. I just showed you some, the shampoo bottle figures. They do. Maybe that is what they think. It's like, if you can't afford this, buy this. There's those little Batman figures by, what's the company that makes the little Batman guys?
Spin Master.
Spin Master makes toys that are a little more affordable. There are alternatives. You can say that these toys are for kids, but they're not. They're for us. These are our toys. We are the ones that can afford them, although we really can't afford them anymore. No one can afford this.
No. You're talking about if you wanted to complete a line of 6 and it would cost you, 6 weeks ago, $19.99 a piece, they'd be $120 for the set of 6. And now you have 6 and you're like, well, now they're $30 a piece. They're $180 for a set.
Yeah.
For a set of 6. Can you imagine that? Switch to Hot Toys. I can't believe
I just had to pull up my calculator to do that. You did that in your head. Very good. Yeah, switch to Hot Toys. You can get a full set of Marvel Legends, or you can get, what can you get for $200? Like a nice statue.
You can get a really nice Scarlet Witch figure that's looking like this.
You can get a 1/6 collective or 1/12 collective Mezco figure.
Oh, sure. Yes.
And that's probably nicer. That's probably nicer than your Build-A-Figure, your 6 Spider-Men. Listen. NFTs suddenly aren't seeming so bad. At least you can see it. At least you can see it. You can't hold it, but you can't hold would you rather hold it or see it? That's the argument here. Would you rather be able to see it, or do you want to hold it?
At this point, like if you're collecting, that box is worth something at this point, because you're like, oh, man, this is a $33 box with the toy in it. Mm. Better keep the box, because that's where half the value is.
I know the box better come in good condition. We better invest in some good packing material over at Hasbro Pulse.
Yes.
Listen, it's been a stressful week for toy collectors.
It has been.
It has been. I would love to end the week with some positivity. I'm looking at my list of things to talk about. I think the most positive thing that I have is that Five Below now has Pops. For $5, you can get yourself a nice box of Fruity Pebbles. Look at all this plastic. Look at all that plastic.
Oh man,
feel it. This is ASMR. Yeah.
Ooh. You know, so and it's like, if it's not enough plastic for you, they make a plastic protector case to put over that.
Oh, I do love those. Yes. I don't have a ton. Actually, I always say this. I don't have a ton of Pops compared to the number of Pops that exist, but I have a giant box next to me that's full of Pops that I have nowhere to put right now.
Okay.
Pops usually don't go on sale too much. They're like $10. It's pretty reasonable price as far as collectibles go. These were $5, so I was like, I gotta get them. Right. I don't know. This is the stupidest thing they've ever done, but I kind of like it. The
well, you know, did you see the reveal for? You see the reveal for the Homer dissolving into the hedge?
Into the hedge? Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty fun.
That's a decent.
But that was expensive, like $30. I think that's an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Yeah. So let me put a link. I'll put a link in the wherever you're watching this, so that you can get Homer in the hedges for. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's only $13.99. I don't know what I was looking at. I don't know what I was looking at. $13.99, totally reasonable. Does that fit in a normal Pop box? Because the hedge goes a little above his.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Entertainment Earth, great. We love them. Yeah. So I don't know why. I mean, the reason that Five Below has Pops is because they had extra Pops. Like a lot of these are con exclusives or store exclusives. I also got Andy from Parks and Rec because I want to use the head to make a custom of me. I took him out, but this is the box.
Where'd he go? Oh my God.
From Go Calendar. We were just talking about them.
Yeah.
So there's actually two flavors of Iron Man that I saw. They had the Stay Puffed, the mini puffed with the headphones. I didn't see that one in person. I would have bought that if I saw it. So check Five Below. They might have some unique Pops post on our Instagram or something. Let us know if they have something that we didn't mention worth checking out. I wonder if Funko's gonna get rid of the plastic. They'll just have this. Oh. This is what the front of the box will look like.
I feel like the outcry for that would be so crazy.
I don't know. They made a big change. They used to do vector art of the character that would go here, but now this is a 3D image that is used in their like examples. Like if you look at the listings before the actual figure exists, it's 3D art.
Right.
So this all became 3D art. And I asked once why they did that. And someone's like, well, they fired half their staff. So I guess they fired the guy that did the team that did the vector art. So now, but I actually kind of like this better. So sorry. If it's cheaper, that's just a side effect of that. But yeah. So that was our positive news. Oh, other positive news. New birds out at Target. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
For the summer. Summer
birds.
Oh,
summer birds.
Oh, no. Nice. Spring birds have been out. They have the Easterish birds. These are
birds
weird.
Still a thing?
Oh, yeah. More than ever. Birds are a thing. I don't love the color choice and that they're all the same, like Sunny D colors.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I do like
Where
this
do you
one.
display these?
Sunscreen.
This is wild. This is like a wild thing with you.
Yeah, I'm a big bird.
It really is.
Big bird guy. Yeah, since day one. Like they had the Christmas birds, and I made the decision then and there years ago that this was going to be a thing that I bought. And recently they've been doing it for every season, every year, every season. They're making up holidays
no double
to make
dipping,
more birds.
No double dipping or anything like that. It's just all new birds each time.
Buying two of the same one?
No, so I mean, like, so you get your Halloween birds. They're not going to just rehash the same Halloween birds next year.
No, because they become collector's items. People would be mad.
It's just wild.
It's not any different than collecting.
No, I know it's not any different. It's just a funny collection that you've gravitated towards.
It is very funny. But look at it, they're so cute. They're so cute.
No, they are
only $5. They're only $5.
Fair enough. You're gonna just be like that guy. You're gonna hopefully have your house, and your kids aren't gonna be like, all right, Dad, it's time to go to the home. And you're like, can I bring my birds?
Well, I want to make like a shelf that looks like a tree and put them all on it, but I have too many. I had to buy one of those ornament boxes from Target, the really long ones, and it's not big enough. It's not big enough to fit them all.
You need to do like your own little rendition of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, but use the Target birds as the props for it. Just do shot for shot.
I was gonna set them up. I was gonna set them out on the fence out there and shoot them with Nerf guns.
Oh God.
Because they'd be fine. They're like styrofoam inside.
You would hope. You would hope.
I have some that are deformed that I didn't throw away for this occasion. Like I had one, the leg came off because they're just like super glued together or hot glued together. Yes. So sometimes they come apart. So I've kept ones that I probably should have thrown away. So that I have extras that we can experiment with.
Okay. But, you need a bird cage, or you need some sort of
cage. Good.
You need some sort of. If you go on like Wayfair and find some alternative shelving that looks like a tree. Have you looked into that?
That's what I was just saying. I want the tree shelf. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You just need to make your own tree shelf.
I know. That's what I think. So what I want to do is get like a sticker of a tree and then put floating shelving at different.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
They're kind of like deep, So like. It's a few inches that they'd have to be away from the wall, and then you have to squish their tails down.
Oh, so fun.
I have like a mantle out there that's the seasonal mantle, and that's where the seasonal ones go that season.
Okay,
so that's pretty nice. And then the rest of them are just. I have a couple behind me too. Like my favorites is the mailman one from Valentine's.
The Bird Hall of Fame.
I love the Christmas sweater ones from this year. Those are great.
Yes,
they're so nice. Thick. And then this company Spritz also does some other ones. Do you see the peanut butter and jelly up there?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that too. So they do lots of good stuff. $5.
I like when I find one at Walgreens and you're like, that's not the same bird.
No, I'm a bird snob. If they're not from Target, if they're not this collection. Fuck them. I don't want them. Not in my house. Not in my house. Yeah.
How dare you?
So there you go.
There's our positive note.
There's our positive note. Birds.
Birds and Waterworld toys from the 90s.
Yes, there you go. See, this is plastic free. This is fine.
Of course.
Let's do Star Wars birds. They could do that.
Oh yeah.
Like they do the rubber ducks for everybody.
I did quickly, real quick. Yeah. I did find those Galactic Pals in store the other day.
Yes. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
$30 for those though. $30.
It's too much.
It is too much for what they are.
We saw them today and my wife commented that they're not cuddly because their faces are plastic.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, but you couldn't get them to look right if it was just fabric.
True enough.
And they fit the same mold as baby Grogu. Like he has a plastic head. So that's the theme. It's like you have Grogu, now you can have his buddies. I think it's a worthy shot. I don't know that it's going to work. It's also funny that they're in the action figure aisle. Like,
right.
Okay, like are we supposed to be buying these? They're not for kids.
I know, right?
There's like the Nickelodeon toys aisle with Bluey and all that.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I like that.
They're like little they're like little baby toys. They're not even for like older kids, like preteens or anything. I don't know.
No, I like where you've kind of lumped them in. That makes a lot of sense. I was thinking like stuffed animals, but then I was like, does Target have stuffed animals? Do they have that 2-foot section anymore? That's just like really sad stuffed animals that are like crammed into a shelf.
Mine does. It's like with the books now.
Yeah.
It's like you round the corner and there's an island of stuffed animals.
Yeah. I'll wait. See if these get marked down.
Yeah.
I might bite. I might bite at half the cost. Not $30 though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's my Grogu figure? I don't even know.
Which one do you want? If you could only get one, which one would you want?
If I could only get one, it would have to be probably the Ewok.
Okay. I think the Rodian is the star.
The Rodian does look decent. He has that.
I think he stands out.
Pearlescent eye.
Mm-hmm.
You originally, I think, like the Jawa. I've always liked the baby Ewok I think whatever reason, I've always liked Ewoks, but
sure,
I feel like the baby Ewok is decent. I'm not a big fan of the Wookiee, the baby Wookiee. I don't care for the shape of his head. I don't think the fur translates well into plastic.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so
I think he's the lower tier. I think the Ewok could have been fabric, so I don't like that he's a plastic head.
Yeah,
but they had to be. That was the theme they went with. But it's still fun they exist. I'm glad they exist. If that's all they make, I would love to see a Max Rebo. I would buy the hell out of that. I would pay $30 for a Max Rebo. But he'd have to come with a floating guitar or the floating piano.
That would have to be his package, yes.
Or it's a deal breaker. You listening, Hasbro? You can has funds. Oh, that's right, it's Mattel. I was gonna say you can has fun Pulse Con this, whatever you want. Mattel Creations it. Let's go. Make it happen.
Yes, there you go.
All right, anything else for this big week?
No, this is a super big week.
Super big week. Anybody watching us on TikTok Live? Hello! The Blu-ray King has joined us. Well, I don't even have a Blu-ray player, so you are my king. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.